My brothers and sisters, greetings. Today we celebrate the 23rd Sunday in Ordinary Time. Our first reading takes us back 600 years before Christ as God explained to his prophet Ezekiel his responsibility as a prophet. Ezekiel must warn God's people of their sinful ways or he will be held accountable. It is a prelude to the gospel where Jesus instructs his followers how to help each other stay on the right track. St. Paul's teaching on love in our second reading reminds us that if we should try to correct one another, it should be done out of love. Let us take an analogy with the weather service to explain that we are watchmen for one another. The weather service is charged with giving advance warning to people about possibly dangerous conditions such as hurricanes and flash floods. Officials of the weather service are not excused from their duty on the presumption that people do not listen to warnings anyway, or that the warnings upset them and make them angry, or that bragging bad news makes them feel uncomfortable. The liturgy of this Sunday makes us aware that we have responsibilities toward each other. Storms arise in the lives of the people whom we know and love. The weather service cannot prevent floods and hurricanes. It can only give warnings which are early enough for people to get out of the way. Unlike the weather service, we can actually turn some personal storms aside, especially when we are early enough in our warning. We must accept the fact that God has anointed us as watchmen for each other as he appointed the prophet Ezekiel. We must recognize that the debt that binds us to love one another includes the courage to warn each other of danger or impending disaster. Many teenagers get upset with parents and teachers who warn them about cigarettes, alcohol, drugs, and sex. They think that the elders are out of it, that they are not cool. They really wish they would treat them like adults and talk about something else. The pressures on those who are responsible for young people is great. But only regret follows upon the failure to give proper warnings. Adults know very well that it is not only the young who make mistakes. So often it happens that when a marriage breaks up, a friend says, I am not surprised. I could see that coming. Someone should shake that friend by the shoulders and demand, why didn't you do or say something about it? A man or a woman loses a job because he or she has slowly sunk into the abyss of uncontrolled drinking. That does not happen all of a sudden. Nor does it usually go unnoticed by a spouse, a friend, or a co-worker. It is a shame that no one has the courage to stand up and say, you need help. Come with me to an AA meeting. At Mass, we join our voices in prayer for each other. This prayer should lead us to the right thing, to do the right thing. We know that the right thing is to accept responsibility for each other. My brothers and sisters, don't stay watching when our brothers and sisters are falling. We need to wake up them, let them know they need to take the right track. God appointed us as watchmen, as watchwomen for each other. May He continue to accompany you and bless you and keep you safe.